where police officers fatally shot a man who at one point was running away from them, and now the FBI is monitoring the situation. NBC's Hallie Jackson has details from Pasco.
First, gunshots, then the chase, caught on camera by a witness who posted the video online. You can see Pasco police running after a man who raises his arms above his head, then turns around. That's when 3 officers open fire a second time, killing Antonio Zambrano Montes.
Anybody that downloads it on YouTube, they'll see it, that it wasn't justified.
But police point to the moments before the video begins, when they say Montes was throwing rocks at cars, hitting 2 officers, and ignoring commands to surrender even after being tasered. Chief Robert Metzger is promising a full investigation.
We're not here trying to cover anything up. We're here trying to make sure we get the right information out. I think our public deserves that.
His officers are now meeting with protesters to help them prepare for the hundreds of people expected here Saturday. The second demonstration in Pasco since Tuesday's shooting, which the state ACLU calls very disturbing.
We have a situation here out west in this little town that doesn't justify a scene like that. You don't have to go as far as they did.
It's the 4th deadly officer-involved shooting in 6 months in this small farming town, where Montes was arrested last year for trying to grab a policeman's gun. Experts warn, even with this video, the investigation into the officer's use of force may not be easy.
When I look at a flat, one-dimensional picture, I am acutely aware that the reality may differ.
That was NBC's Hallie Jackson reporting. To Alabama now, where the FBI is investigating an incident involving an officer and a grandfather visiting from India. The Madison police officer is now charged with assault after an encounter with this man, Suresh Bhai Patel, that left the 57-year-old partially paralyzed. Police released this disturbing dashcam video of the February 6th incident during a news conference yesterday. Officers were responding to a call about a suspicious person in a local neighborhood when they stopped Patel, who was taking a walk near his son's home and speaks a little English there. Police say they tried to pat Patel down, but he put his hands in his pockets and pulled away. That's when Officer Eric Parker is seen on the video throwing Patel to the ground. Madison's police chief says Parker will be fired and that Patel committed no crime.
As a result of the Office of Professional Standards investigation, I found that Officer Parker's actions did not meet the high standards and expectations of the Madison City Police Department. For that reason, I sincerely apologize to Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel's family, and our community.
A GoFundMe page created to help with the family's medical costs has raised nearly $35,000 so far. And joining me now is the attorney for the Patel family, Hank Sherrod. Thank you for being with us here. And first, if we can ask how Mr. Patel is doing right now, and what's the extent of his injuries?
You know, it's exciting to be able to tell you that I talked to his son, Chirag, only less than an hour ago, and the reports from the doctors are very good, that he's improving faster than expected. And he's still not walking. He has limited function in his left leg, at least not walking without assistance. But his grip strength is improving. His right leg is improving. You know, he has a lot of work to do, but because he's so motivated, the doctors are optimistic about his recovery.
Certainly reassurance the family is looking for now. Now, what are they saying as far as what happened when Mr. Patel was stopped by police? We're looking at this video now, but walk us through how this incident transpired.
You know, this grandfather walked in the neighborhood. He walked up and down the street because these windy streets, he didn't want to get lost in the neighborhood. And he had done it on previous mornings. He did nothing other than walk up and down the street. These officers, you know, basically came up and harassed him based on a call. And once they verified that, you know, spoke with him and recognized he didn't speak English, there was no need for them to go where they went.
Well, now the family is looking for accountability as they are also looking for improvements in his condition. We know that the officer who threw Mr. Patel to the ground, he's been charged with assault, and the police chief says that he will be fired. So you filed a lawsuit on behalf of the Patel family. What can you tell me about that?
Well, can I back up and talk about accountability? On Monday, this same police department, presumably with the police chief's approval, accused Mr. Patel of putting his hands in his pockets. I heard you say that. Well, that's not true. That's not on the video. They accused him of causing this incident by pulling away from the officers. The press release on Monday tried to blame Mr. Patel. Media attention and public outrage forced the city of Madison to hold the officer accountable. It's not clear that they really intended to hold this officer accountable when they tried to blame this on Mr. Patel on Monday. Now, the lawsuit, of course, is where we can get compensation for Mr. Patel and send a message to this police department and to other officers that this is not the way a professional police officer conducts himself. It's not what we expect in this country.
Well, certainly a message that we've heard all too many times across the country. Thank you very much for your account. Hank Sherrod, we appreciate it. We'll check back in with you as this develops.
Thank you.
After the break, we'll talk the race for the White House here.